How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here. Sorry, I moved the tree. I'm pretty sure that was in my last video, like probably obnoxiously a lot, so my apologies. So I just want to talk about something here that literally just happened. So I'm driving through Bedford here, driving through town, and not talking to the camera, not touching it. I got the GPS, I'm not touching it though, right? Not fucking with it, just leaving it. And dude, I just straight up got tailgated for like 3 minutes by a police officer. Like tailgated. Like, I'm not even joking you. Like, literally the point, like, this guy was on me. Okay? Not cool. And I normally don't kind of complain, like, if a police officer does something, like, it's not, like, yeah, whatever, like, but I feel like I gotta bring this up. Like, it just pissed me off a lot, because tailgating in general is just super dangerous. You know, you're just, like, kind of supposed to keep a certain distance between cars, like, I always do. Like, even if I come to a full stop at an intersection, I always keep a little distance. Like, I keep, like, you know, about a car length at least, just in case. And you never know, right? But yeah, it's like some mad disrespect, dude. But the worst part about it was that it's an officer doing it, and I was thinking, I was like, dude, like, honest to God though, it's like, think about it. If I would have just did that, I would have, I literally would have got pulled over immediately and, like, ticketed, you name it, whatever. And I've never had a problem with a police officer. That's the funniest part, right? This is like the first time something ever like that's happened, that it's like, that's kind of bugged me, right? Normally I just kind of be like, yeah, whatever. But it's not like, at the end of the day, I don't think about it like, okay, they're a police officer, like, they can kind of do what they want. Like, at the end of the day, man, you still got to obey the law. You know, like, you're obeying the law that you're enforcing. Like, that's pretty much what's going on there, right? Like, you know, it's like pulling someone over because they look shady. Like, again, it's like that stuff, just like that riles people right up, because it's like, okay, like, you know, literally your whole reason of flashing the lights and getting this car to the side of the road and going through that whole process is like, literally they just look like a shady character. Like, I get that, but it's like, if I go work in retail and some guy looks shady, like he might rob the place, right? Like, all I'm gonna do is be like, hey, do you need a hand with anything? And then be like, yeah, if you need a hand, just give me a holler, bud, and, like, leave him alone, right? Right then, he knows he's been found, right? That's what that does, right? He knows that he's been had. And yeah, like, the situation's completely ridiculous, because, like, literally, like I said, this is the guy that's gonna pull you over for doing that. Which is the funniest part, right? Like, if you do that, he's gonna be like, okay, like, obviously we need to pull this kid over. And the fact that he does it, it's like, ah, fuck, all right, it's okay, right? I'm doing it. There's a video on YouTube of, like, this school zone kind of thing, like a school residence. And I don't know if there was any kids in the area or not, but there's a specific speed limit posted, obviously. It's a pretty normal thing. And this guy's actually got one, I forget the name of it, but he's got one of those guns that'll it'll detect your speed. Like, you can point it at you and it'll radar gun, maybe, I don't know what it's called. But he points it at an officer, like a police officer's vehicle, as they're driving by, and they're speeding, right? They're speeding in this area. And he's got a good point. And the cop, so what the cop does is the cop drives forward, like, there's like a truck behind the cop, as this guy on the side of the road points a little laser gun and just kind of quickly gets his speed. The cop, like, reverses, so the car behind him has to now back up. So traffic has to reverse for the cop to reverse. And he's basically just like, yeah, like, just stay off the road there, bud. Because he knows he's wrong, right? And the cop just, like, literally, like, floors it out of there. And that's it, man. He knows he's wrong. Like I said, I hate to just sound like a dick, but it's like, dude, I love when, like, something like that happens. Like, somebody just gets, like, just eats their own words. And in the situation, it's like, yeah, the guy was completely right. There's that other clip, and I don't know, like, obviously, I'm not going to bring up every single clip on YouTube I've ever seen of an officer doing something that I didn't agree with, right? Because there's a lot of things they do that I agree with, right? Like, a ton. So I want to make that clear. But man, like, it's crazy when you think about it, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to find something here, but I gotta pay attention while I'm driving here, and it's fucking hard. Like, I'm literally driving around looking for something right now, and I'm like succeeding. But yeah, so now, like I said, there's one other video I'll quickly mention, and yeah, it's fucked, because this guy on a bicycle, and he's like obviously making like I think he's just making like a right turn coming through, and an officer drives right into him as the officer turns. So like he misses his lane completely and drives right into the guy on the bicycle, and the guy on the bicycle is like irate, and like he's got every right to be. Like, I would be fucking pissed, right? Like, and the officer's like, you know, like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, like, and he was texting. That's what was it. Like, he was on his phone. So the officer was on his phone, get that. And yeah, and literally, like, he didn't like run over him per se, like, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't going super fast, but he went to the point that he literally drove straight into this guy, and like the guy like ate shit on the bicycle, right? Like that's kind of where we're at with that. Like, yeah, he completely ate shit, and it was fucking sad, because yeah, like, that did not need to happen. Okay, I found what I was looking for. Nice, thank you. But yeah, like, and that's what I mean. But at the end of the day, man, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, there's plenty of altercations where a police officer did the right thing or was in the right, and I fully agree, and they should be commended for it. But at the rant stands, man, it's like when you tailgate like that, you know, like, as an officer, like, one thing, you just make the other police officers that are doing the right thing around here, you're making them look kind of bad and giving them a bad name. The other thing is you're putting both of us in danger, because if someone in front of me slams the brakes because, like, oh my fuck, like, something happened, like, I slammed the brake, right? Like, something ran out the road, whatever, right? Kid ran out the road, he slams on the brakes, I slam on the brakes, he's so close to me, the officer is, just runs right in the back of my car, right? That's what would happen, and that was what was gonna happen, and luckily it didn't. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna take a couple pictures. We'll see you later. Peace.